Guys, good morning. It is Tuesday morning. It's time to get back to work. Honey's back to work. We're back at school. Kind of going in a little slow this week because it's not a full week and we got to put all the Christmas stuff away. And honestly, I don't want to deal with attitudes because I'm putting a full, bunch of stuff on the kids' shoulders. So we're definitely doing that next week. But this week, we're kind of going to inch into it with a few of the studies that we're doing. But, I want the attitudes to be joyful and as possible. So anyway, it's a beautiful day. We might end up taking a walk. But anyway, I wanted to talk to you about the pantry challenge that I'm doing because you might be doing it, and I want to give you a little, just a cheerleading section here to tell you to keep going and do your best with it. I really feel like the pantry challenge isn't just about me using up what's in my pantry, my fridges, my refrigerators, or freezers. But it's about me feeling like it's better organized and that I'm a better manager of those resources. Now this weekend, I took the time to really go through the pantry. And the pantry that I have, I kind of split it up so it's in more than one place, which actually makes it more difficult to rotate it properly and to make sure that you're getting everything by the best by dates, right? So you have to really be aware of your dates and when you buy stuff. Sorry about the dogs. And when you should be rotating and using it, because it could very easily, I think toward the end of last year, I started to get a little overwhelmed since I had like 2 surgeries to get over. I just felt like I was more surviving than anything else. And it was supposed to be, my word of the year last year was efficient. So I felt like in that area, I felt like I was not efficient. And I kind of feel like I could have done so much better. So that's one reason why I really want to concentrate on getting my pantry up to snuff. I do have a notebook that I keep like long-term, or bulk storage information in, and I write it down, as far as like when I put it away, I always tag it and I write down the date that it was put away properly. I try to vacuum seal stuff because when you get it in bulk, it doesn't come in a sealed container. So I use my super handy food saver, and I suck all the air out of it, and I'll even put oxygen absorbers in it, put it away. I put a date on it, and then I put it in my notebook that tells me how many of those containers I have, right? And so every time I use one, I'll take that notebook out and I'll cross it out. Now, but where I was really lacking was my canned goods. I realized I was not rotating them. All right, so I realized I was not rotating my canned goods like I should have. So I did sort those out, and I got rid of the things that I just thought were just too old and I wasn't willing to take the chance on having them. Canned goods do last a lot longer than people think they do because, people will throw it out after the best by date. And the best by date is telling you when it's like the best, the freshest still. So it's going to be good a long time after that best by date. Now, if it says it's expired by, that's a whole different ballgame. I don't usually see those on canned goods, but I usually see that on dry goods. And I really do listen to that because a lot of times dry goods, especially stuff that has maybe like if there's with brown rice or brown flour, like whole wheat flour or something, it's just going to have more oil in it. So it's going to go rancid easier. Hence you're going to have like crackers and chips and all that kind of thing, cereals. They're going to get like a rancid smell. There is an expiration date on those things. But I do pretty good with that. But again, the canned goods is where I was I noticed I'd fill up a shelf Then I'd go shopping, and then I'd put that stuff in front rather than first in, first out. And then I would go and I'd use the first things. And then the next week, I started going shopping, and then I would do the same thing again. And I really know better than this. So I ended up having to throw away some of the stuff that was stuck in the back for a really long time. And I don't want to do that again. So if you have a pantry that is more conducive to rotating your canned goods or rotation, whether that's, a lazy Susan or whatever it is, try to get it so that you could rotate more easily, because that's what's going to be really, really super important, is that rotation, to make sure that you don't lose anything, right? That you don't have to. So what I did was I sorted through my pantry and I got everything that I should use right now, like that needs to be used this month, and it is first. As soon as I go into the pantry, it is right there, and I know that I need to use those items first. So that is going to really help. Organizing and keeping organized is going to be a major feat in managing a pantry. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. So every time I cook, I ask myself, can I use something from the pantry to do this, right? Whereas maybe a recipe would use something else, maybe something fresh. I will ask myself, can I grab something from the pantry and add it to this? Like yesterday, we made burrito bowls for lunch. And instead of just using the ground beef for the burrito bowl, I stretched it out, and I have some canned black beans that I really need to get through. And I threw in some black beans, which will give me more fiber, more protein, and it makes that dent in the pantry as well. So ask yourself if you could use something from the pantry to do that. I'm making a fresh fruit salad for the kids. I will actually grab one of the cans of fruit that I also need to use from the pantry, and instead of just giving them the one fruit, I'll cut it up and I'll use that in there as well. And so, subsequently they get more variety as well. So that's a good thing. So ask yourself, can I use something from the pantry, and go back and get it. That's my challenge to you today, and I will see you guys real soon.